Ugh. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Fun in the Locker Room. My name is Troy Carstetter, and I'm joined by my two fellow wonderful, talented, good-looking co-hosts, Sean Rankle, Liam Holloway. Like I said, this is Fun in the Locker Room, greatest show in the United States, where we'll be covering everything in the world of sports. As always, we have no idea how long this episode is going to take. It could be an hour, could be an hour and a half, 2 hours. We don't know. So, regardless, grab a snack, kick your feet up, join us as we go through everything happening in the NFL. We'll cover the NBA, some college basketball. We hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. In lieu of the holiday, we did not have our show last week, so we have double the events and games to cover. So we don't want to waste any more of the time with this intro before we jump right into it. Don't forget the usual YouTube channel, Twitter, et cetera, et cetera. Let's start the show out. We always started with our takeaways from the NFL. Now we got 2 weeks. Sean, what do you got?
The Packers. The Packers are my takeaway. They have looked really good. They came out against a Detroit Lions team that I think Liam was saying how they were going to win by double digits. And they came in there and just threw the punch at them right away. That first play was electric, going deep to Christian Watson, getting him involved early. That's how you win football games, and that's exactly what they did. And that's a huge game in a huge moment. And to win that game like that, it's a lot of confidence to a team that frankly, I think he's making the playoffs and is going to make a nice push down the stretch because the NFC is wide open these last couple wildcard spots, and the Packers are in perfect position to get one of them.
So, Rank, question for you. Do you think they're
Yeah.
going to jump the Vikings in?
No,
what
I
I
think it's actually jump the Seahawks.
They'll jump the Seahawks.
Wow. So we're going to get 3 NFC North teams in the playoffs.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Rank, I like that take because obviously, they started off kind of hot, or Jordan Love started off hot, and then they went on like a 4-game losing streak. And I remember the GM coming out and saying, like, this next stretch of games is going to be what decides Jordan Love's future. And, I'm looking at now that 3 of the last 4 they've won. Not against the best team. So, hey, wins are wins. And, every win matters when you're going to get in the playoffs. And I was really shocked with this Lions, defeat. And I don't know if you guys saw the history of like Lions on Thanksgiving when it's a waning moon. Did you see that?
Yes.
Waning
Yes.
Gibbous, yep.
Yeah.
Gibbous.
So I guess we should have known, but regardless, still very impressive win. That's a statement win for sure. So
Yeah, Jordan Love. I know Liam was critical of Jordan Love throughout the season. I think he made fun of me when I traded for him in fantasy football, but he's actually had a good season. I think coming in and following up Aaron Rodgers, he's had a good season, all things considered, and I think he could be potentially the future of the Green Bay Packers going forward.
Rank, I want to ask you, do you still have Jordan Love on your team?
No,
Rank, what happened? Wait, this is news to me.
there
What
was
do you
better
do?
quarterbacks available.
Who is available, Rank?
The guys come with my IR, Justin Fields and Kyler Murray.
Oh my god! So you dropped the guy that I gave you? I mean, hey, Josh Jacobs is having a great turnaround, so still a dub trade for you. But geez, Rank. Okay.
Wow. I wonder who has him.
Did you pick him up?
Yes, I did. Just so when he makes the playoffs, I can kind of rub it in your face that he made it with me, and well, obviously not with you.
Liam, I hope you're gonna like transitive property thank me. That's okay, because he'd still be on my roster.
I still think I won that trade true because Etienne has not played yet.
Yeah, and Jerome Ford's been underwhelming, but that's neither here nor there. Liam, what's your take?
Yeah, my take is actually kind of against the status quo. I think the Lions, the way that they played, absolutely abysmal. 3 fumbles, one of them returned for a touchdown, and they still were in this game till the very end. I think that they're going to win the NFC.
Really? You think
Best
they can
run,
go
yes.
into San Fran, go into Philly, and get wins there?
Yeah, I really do.
I love that take.
Defense is kind of been their it's kind of been their Achilles heel, but they have playmakers at every position. Hutchinson's been a beast. Anzalone's awesome for them. But the thing that sets them apart and what's going to be extremely valuable for them in the playoffs, they have the best running back room in the entire NFL.
100%.
And that's going to make games so much easier for them because they'll never, ever have to abandon the run. Their offensive line has been really good, and they have a top 10 wide receiver in Amon-Ra. Now, if they only kept TJ Hawkinson, I think this team would be maybe Super Bowl favorites. But Sam Laporte has stepped up for them huge. I just think this team is primed to make a deep playoff run, and I can easily see them winning the NFC.
Are you
Liam-
concerned with the lack of experience? So one thing, and the fact that this was like a playoff game, Thanksgiving Day, Detroit Lions game. It feels like a playoff game. They were talking on the broadcast, and they didn't show up for this game. They had to get themselves into this game, and you cannot do that against the 49ers or Eagles. If you don't show up to play that game from the opening whistle, you're not a couple points down. You're huge down, and we've seen
You're
it
right.
before in the playoffs.
You're right, Rank. This team was down 23-6, came back, and things didn't go their way. They had 3 fumbles. When is that ever going to happen again?
Yeah.
I don't know. This team fights till the very end. They went for it on 4th down a couple times, turned it over, went down for it on 4th. They went for it on 4th down early, and where they could have gotten some points. So we'll see. I think this team has a lot of fight, and in the playoffs, it doesn't really come down to talent. It comes down to dog, and they have dog, and they have talent, but they have dog.
I feel like Dan Campbell is too aggressive with the 4th down plays because he was over 5 for 4th down at some point, and it's just too much.
Yeah, he definitely was in this game, but I'm not going to question the man. They still
How many field goals did they pass up on these 4th down plays?
a good
Right, that's
amount.
the difference in the game.
Yeah.
Liam,
Yeah.
I got a quick question for you. First of all, excuse me. I love the take. I've loved that take since the beginning of the season. But I'm just gonna play a little devil's advocate.
Yeah.
I think in the past, Jared Goff has been at least the last couple of years has been one of the only reasons they've been winning. As of late, I think Jared Goff is one of the only reasons that they've had chances to lose close games. Obviously, the 3 fumbles is pretty uncharacteristic. But then there's a game a few weeks ago. I think it was 3 picks, and then a pick. 2 games before that. Are you worried at all about Jared Goff's inconsistency? Obviously, great running backs, great wide receivers, great tight ends, but it all starts with the quarterback.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think with all their weapons going to be in play for the playoffs, I think that's when he's going to be able to shine. When he's made mistakes, it's because their guys haven't been on the field. Amon-Ra missed some time. Jameson Williams has just come back into the lineup. He's been their deep threat guy. Obviously, Laporte has been a beast for them, but outside of those guys, they don't really have a whole lot of depth. I think if they're all on the field with their 2 running backs who have just been insane this year, Gibbs has really come into his own. I mean, they can go toe-to-toe with any team in the NFL offensively, I think.
So your take is a bit this is a stupid statement. I was going to say it's contingent on them being healthy.
The weapons, yeah.
But that's kind of every team in the NFL.
Yeah,
think about it.
exactly. But I mean, you have Amon-Ra St. Brown, you can get first downs. It's as simple as that. It doesn't really matter who the quarterback is. And, Jared Goff, he's had some stinkers, but for the most part, I think the past couple of years, he's been extremely underrated for what he does for the Lions.
Yeah, I love that take.
Yeah, they're definitely going to put up a fight in the playoff, no matter who they play. It's going to be a fight to the end. It'll just see if Jared Goff deliver that game-winning drive when he needs it.
I'm psyched for a Lions playoff victory. I think that would be great for the NFL in general.
That would be so sick. So sick. What's going to be crazy?
Yeah, yeah. No,
I was going to say, it's between them and the Niners. One of those teams is playing the Cowboys first round. Oh, wait, no, the Cowboys are going to be
Yeah. It's going to be the Saints playing the Cowboys or the Falcons playing the Cowboys.
Yeah, it's probably going to be the Falcons playing the Cowboys. We'll get into that.
Hey.
Brother, did you watch the game, my man?
I saw some highlights, yeah. We could get into that. So I'm going to jump into my takeaways. I got 2. I'll make them brief because I couldn't decide on one. I think the Josh Dobbs fest is over. This might not be the hottest take in the world. It was really fun while it lasted, but what was it, 4 picks?
Yeah.
And, I mean, the Bears' defense is good, but the fact that they lost to a team that didn't score a touchdown, that's impressive. That's impressively bad. And I know I got to kind of apologize because I know last week or 2 weeks ago I said that the Vikings were better, specifically Justin Jefferson would be better with Josh Dobbs. Right? Don't give me that. I'll hold off on that for now. I'll hold off on the hype, but I think it's going to really. I don't know the timeline of Kirk Cousins' injury, but I think they do have they're favored to make the playoffs, but it'll be interesting to see. I think Kirk Cousins would slide back in. Rank, I'm sure you would agree with that.
Kirk Cousins out for the season towards Achilles, but
oh yeah, that's right. Stupid.
Any comment, Liam, about Kirk Cousins over Josh Dobbs or anything like that?
All I'm gonna say is, something about Vikings quarterbacks in prime time, just doesn't bid well. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't really have much more than that. But it was awesome to watch this game. Well, no, it wasn't. This game was terrible. But
it was a really bad game.
Yeah, shout out to the Bears who had so they had 4 picks and still couldn't score. That's very impressive. Extremely impressive.
And they needed a giant chunk play at the end just to get that field goal.
Yeah.
Impressively bad teams here. And my second one is the Chiefs, the terrible case of the drops. This is so bad, dude. I don't think we got a. Did we have a chance to talk about? We might have, but these drops are so bad. Obviously they played the Eagles rematch the Super Bowl, great game, but I want to give so much credit to Patrick Mahomes for never throwing his teammates under the bus, because I think most people in this world would be like, dude, that guy should have caught the fucking ball. I don't know if Valdez-Scantling's allowed in Kansas City anymore. I mean, he's throwing perfect balls. It's terrible, man. I don't know if it's. I remember the number was 26 going into this past weekend. I don't know if they had any drops this week, but to lead the league, that's a lot of damn drops.
21% of Mahomes' incompletions were because of drops. That's a ridiculously high percentage. That's insane.
And I know we've established that we trust the Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes, even if they don't have Tyreek Hill or whatever. But Mahomes can do everything he can. If they're dropping the ball, that's, I don't know. I hopefully this doesn't carry it off into the playoffs, but this is a problem.
It was better against the Raiders, much better against the Raiders. I think they've solved things out, but it was bad against the Eagles.
I don't know if you guys have seen that that Instagram post, but all 3 of their losses were because of game losing drops. Now, on the flip side, the Chiefs have the best whistle in the league in terms of getting calls or not having calls go against them. So it does even out, but they easily could be 11-0 right now.
Yeah. One thing I did notice, or I was listening to somebody talk about it, that this game against the Raiders, they started throwing more screen passes, Pacheco, and they seem to run actual offense instead of just relying on Mahomes and actually letting the playmakers get the ball in space. I think Rashid Rice has the most yards after catch of any receiver in the NFL this year. So if they can get these guys shorter passes in space, let them do their thing instead of relying on Mahomes, then they have a chance to win some games.
That's a great way to avoid drops. It's just throw screen passes and let them make a move. I get it.
One last thing I'll say about this, to be honest, though. The 4, 5, 6 receivers for the Chiefs were Daniel Jones's 1, 2, 3 wide receivers last year. And I don't remember hearing any problems about them not having a passing game problems. But for Patrick Mahomes, now it's a problem.
Fair point, Rank. Fair point. That's pretty sad.
Wow, dude. That's actually crazy.
Was Giants Twitter going crazy about that? That's wild.
They were going crazy about that one.
That's pretty nuts. I'm sorry, Rank. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
You guys just got to go out and get a Tank Dell or something next draft. Alongside Caleb Williams or Drake May or whoever you take.
Whole new team, please.
Yeah. Start stacking those draft picks.
All right, let's get into the games. Obviously we have 2 weeks worth of games before we get into contenders or pretenders. Just throw out some games from the last 2 weeks.
let's talk about the big boy. Let's start off hot. Eagles, Bills. Um, Josh Allen, since they have changed the overtime rules, is winless in overtime. Has not won a single game. I think 0-5.
Oh,
Oh, it's 6 now, yeah.
0-6 now, that's right. So he's the number one fantasy quarterback, so props to that. But man, that Madden curse just keeps on cursing. Jeez Louise.
He had a great
True, you got
game, though.
anything to defend the Bills here? It's just loss after loss after loss.
I watched a good amount of the game, and Bills looked good. Okay, and I know I texted this and I sound delusional, but they came out the first drive on defense and 3 immediate throwaways from Jalen Hurts. And I'm not an expert on the Phillies O line, so like, please, chime in if they're really bad. But like
On
the
the Eagles?
defensive pressure.
The
I'm
Eagles
sorry, yeah, the
O-line or
Eagles,
the
the
Bills?
Phillies. Sorry,
The Eagles
sorry.
O-line?
Did I say Phil? Did I say Phillies? Yeah, I meant Eagles.
Yes. The Eagles O-line is the best in the NFL, I think.
Okay, that's good
Yeah.
because the D-line was they were getting some pressure, and I think I don't know if I said this or not, but like when you're inconsistent, you're gonna have the highs, and they played up. I mean, it was a game for a reason. Jalen Hurts just outplayed them. The first drive I think they had on offense, the Bills, like it was a wide open touchdown to James Cook running. I don't know what type of route it is from the running back position. It's like a streak.
Wheel.
The wheel, yeah, thank you.
Wheel
Wide
route.
open touchdown, dropped it. So I'm not going to make excuses. I could bring up the Gabe Davis play. I know it's one of those. I only know it's from Madden when you go like one way or the other off the read, and they were just all not on the same page. That wins the game right there. It's just part of being inconsistent. You're gonna have good games. It wasn't enough to win. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm going to agree with Trey here, though. I think this was one of the best Bills games they've played all year. Like Joe Brady and this offensive coordinator, like the new offensive coordinator bringing him in there, they were running the ball. That last drive when they like got down and scored the touchdown before the Eagles did what Eagles always do, like Josh Allen was perfect. Great running, made the plays he had to. He was running the ball more. I think this Bills team is rounding into form. This is a great game and it's a loss. But as much as a loss can be a moral victory, this was a moral victory. This team looked good. They're playing at Kansas City next weekend. That's another huge game for them. If they can like go in there and put up another close game, they finish off the schedule against the Cowboys, Chargers, Patriots, Dolphins. They got some tough games, but I think they can find a way to keep these games close. And I think I'm back on the train through it. I think they're making the playoffs.
Wow, Frank, that just made my day.
Perfect. You guys made my life so easy. Bills have been extremely inconsistent all season. I see no reason why they're going to change that. Is that a Borg?
No, it's not a Borg. It's just a cow to watch.
Oh, nice. Good stuff.
But
yeah, they've been
one day.
Yeah. They've been extremely inconsistent all season. They play up to good teams. They play very down to the teams that they should wipe. I'm not seeing enough. At the end of the day, there's one thing that really matters. It's the dub. And they haven't been catching them.
I don't know. These last couple teams, the AFC wildcard picture, like I'd pick the Bills over the Steelers. I don't think the Steelers are back. I really think that there's gonna be some movement down the stretch, and I think the Bills can find their way into it.
Love to hear that. But I do kind of have to agree with Liam. It does get harder with each loss. There's only so many games. But
the Chiefs next.
Yeah, I think the team, the Bills of the old, would have gotten steamrolled by like 25 this game. So I agree with Frank too. Moral victory for sure.
But the Eagles,
I know. Before we move on, I just want to say they are my pretender in the AFC. They've been on the cusp for the past couple seasons, and they can just never get it done. Reminds me of some other teams in the AFC. But high expectations, little reward. I'm not gonna believe it until I see it. I'm at that point.
All right, that's fair. What are the teams you talking about? Could it be the Ravens?
The Chargers. That's who I was looking at.
All right, let's go to that game then.
Yeah, Chargers, Ravens, Sunday Night Football. Another snooze fest.
Crappy game. This was a crappy game. I think the Ravens broke their record for most sacks through 12 games. I don't know if you guys saw that. Which,
No.
considering the defensive the Ravens have had in their history, is pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
But this was just, it's not a fun game at all.
Wait, Liam, can I just
Yeah.
hear you say something? Because like
Yeah.
I've just heard for the past couple of years about something, and even beginning of the season you said some things. I just want to like confirm this. Is the
Yeah.
team around Lamar Jackson good? Like, does he have a good team around him? Like, does he have playmakers and a good defense? Like, is this what he like? Does he have weapons?
Defense is insane, Rank. Defense is arguably
One of
top
the
in
best
the
he's
league.
had.
Yeah, definitely the best he's had. I think this team is the best he's had, and look at that, they're the number 1 seed in the AFC.
So are there any excuses when he loses first round?
I mean,
I'll give you one.
no
Mark Andrews
excuses,
getting
but
injured.
yeah, they're missing their number 1 pass catcher. I mean, that
Zay
always
Flowers
hurts.
look good.
He did. The rookie looked really good.
2
I don't know where
touchdowns.
Keaton Mitchell came from, but he's looking pretty good too.
What's crazy is, Zay Flowers had 2 touchdowns. Yeah, I mean, he did have the run, but Isaiah Likely led the team in receiving, which is still.
So that's a tight end, right?
He's a good
That's their backup tight end.
So he's
He's a
sliding
good
into
tight end.
that.
He's not good. He's not a
Yes,
good
he
tight
is.
end, Rank. He drops passes that have hit him in the numbers multiple times. He sold me in fantasy a couple times, actually.
When were you starting Isaiah Likely
Yeah.
in fantasy?
Mark Andrews was out 1 week, so I had to start Isaiah Likely, and he dropped a touchdown pass that literally hit him right here. That's when the Ravens lost.
You're such a Ravens fan that you would slide in you would sub out Mark Andrews when he got injured and slide in another Ravens tight end. That's crazy.
All I know is Lamar's been nice, bro. Trust it. So
they're
Rank,
they're 1 seed right now, right?
yeah, Rank, am I hearing, are they your pretender? Are we gonna go that far?
Like the debatable pretenders. Like I've said this for I don't know how many years in the show. I feel like a broke record at this point, and I'm gonna say it again. Until I see Lamar Jackson do it in a playoff game, I'm not gonna believe he's actually a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Lamar has been like pretty underwhelming. It's just the rest of the team is so good now.
Yeah, I'll admit the past couple of weeks he has not been the best, but they've been winning games.
So yeah,
They've been winning.
yeah. I have another pretender too, but yeah, they're my pretenders.
Fair. What's your other pretender?
The Steelers. The Steelers, I understand you guys were getting hyped over this offense being back in 400 yards. They scored 16 points against the Bengals, who had a backup quarterback and who threw multiple picks. They got to put up more points than that. Like, come on now.
They do. But at the end of the day, they won.
This team is ridiculously bad. They are so bad. This is like the Steelers team when they went 9-0 and then like lost the rest of the games of the season. They've been outscored out yardage every game other than this one. It's ridiculous. They suck.
What is the stat that one of us brought up about Kenny Pickett like breaking Tom Brady's record for most consecutive pass attempts without a pick? Like I thought Kenny Pickett was kind of trash, and then I saw that and like, well, you can't be trash if you're doing that.
Yes,
that's just good decision making.
The decision making,
But how many sacks does he have, or how many throwaways does he have? Like, just because you're not forcing, just because you don't have turnovers, doesn't mean you're a good quarterback. You're just not trying anything.
Hey, at the end of the day, it's a reverse in possession. Like, take a big picture look at it. Like, that's giving the other team the ball when you could punt it or punt it.
Yeah. Rank, I'm gonna completely disagree. Looking at their schedule: Cardinals, Patriots, Colts, Bengals, Seahawks, Ravens. They're gonna win.
But Liam, in Rank's defense, I feel like pretender is talking more about the playoffs, not the regular season.
I mean, I don't think the Bills are making the playoffs. That's why they're my pretender.
Okay, that's fair.
I know the Ravens make the playoffs, Liam. Like I when I put them as pretender, I don't think they're gonna like fall out of playoff contention.
Yeah, but okay, who thought the Steelers team was gonna make the playoffs at the beginning of the season?
Nobody.
Besides me. Yeah, we go back to that week 1 episode. I said that they were gonna sneak in. We can rewind that too. We'll look at the archives.
Kenny Pickett's air yardage must be the lowest in the league. I can't find the stat, but it's got to be.
Frank, I'm looking at their schedule and all I see are fat dubs.
Okay, Liam,
And
one more Kenny Pickett stat for you guys. Tommy DeVito has more multi-touchdown games than Kenny Pickett does.
I did see that. Shout out Tommy DeVito, though.
yeah, Tommy DeVito is a baller. I don't know. Yeah. But he's the best Giants quarterback since Eli Manning.
That's kind of true.
You should talk in truth guy too now.
Hey, it's okay. Gino played like one game for you guys when Eli was benched. All right.
But
we can get into that later.
Okay. Rank, looking at their schedule, you don't think the Steelers will make the playoffs?
No, I think they will make the playoffs. I don't think they'll do anything in the playoffs.
I'm really liking Jalen Warren as the number one running back too. Sorry,
yes,
Najee.
I like that.
I'm
too.
liking that.
It's so electric. He reminds me of Pacheco, the way that he just like runs downhill like a bull in a china shop. Dude just doesn't care about getting hit. It's awesome.
All right, let's switch to Jags Texans, another great game that we have. And I think Trevor Lawrence heard us. I think he heard us talking so much about CJ Stroud, and he's like, this division is still mine. The road to like the playoffs go through Duval, and he came out and put up a statement game here.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
Great game.
I really wanted to see it go into overtime. I can't believe that they missed that kick.
So it's a rookie kick. Like, what was the situation with the kicker? He had never made one that far since high school or something.
Yeah.
Their like starting kicker got hurt in a game, and then they had like their third string running back kicking this season.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now they just have some bum they sent off the streets.
It hit like the crossbar, right? Like that's
Yeah, it was close.
Yeah.
It was pretty close. It was dead center too.
Hey, how about Calvin Ridley? Dude was so hyped up this offseason and had a great game. He's been so boom or bust. He looked great though.
Have you guys seen the stat where Christian Kirk only does well when Calvin Ridley plays? Maybe it's the other way around.
I thought it was I thought it was when Zay Jones plays or something like that.
Is it Zay Jones? I don't know, but it's the two receivers. Like one of them only does well while the other one's playing, which is like, I don't know. I guess it makes sense. Yeah, you're taking a corner, maybe the better corner away, but they did well, and I'm gonna admit that I made a mistake in pronouncing his name last show. They did well, and ETN didn't even do that well. So
nice.
Shout out Trevor Lawrence for stepping up. But yeah, this is just a good game to watch.
Yeah. Are you guys? You go.
Jaguars have a path to that one seed in the AFC. Like they got the Bengals, Browns, and that Jaguars Ravens game the week before Christmas.
That could decide.
That's a big game.
That could decide the one seed. And hey, the Chiefs are still lurking. Like,
yeah,
we haven't talked about them. They're 8-3.
It's going to be a battle for this one seed. I think the one seed's really going to be a big difference maker because if it ends up somewhere cold, I don't like the Dolphins' chances. But if it ends up in like Jacksonville or Miami, who knows? The Dolphins might be able to sneak in there and win the AFC.
The Jaguars are also the only undefeated away team.
Wow.
Believe it or not. Yeah. They're versatile. All climates, like you're saying.
So they stink at home. Is that what you're saying?
They're 500 at home. Yeah.
I mean it's not that bad.
Their 3 losses at home were to the Chiefs, Texans, and Niners. So like they were good losses.
Hey, maybe they're for real. Guys, Texans. They have a very easy path coming up. Broncos, Jets, Titans, Browns, Titans again, and the Colts. Are they shoo-in for the playoffs?
The Chiefs?
The Texans.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I don't think the Broncos we can call an easy game anymore. It's going to be a good game.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, pretty easy schedule to end the season.
But if they sweep the Titans, beat the Jets, beat the Colts.
They need honestly, we got to talk about this Colts team. Who would have thought without their starting quarterback and with missing Jonathan Taylor's out again, that they'd be in a position to fight for a playoff spot? But they are, I believe they're the 7th seed. Just nuts.
Hey, dude.
That's bro.
Yeah.
And Jonathan Taylor's out again.
Yeah, he needs thumb surgery.
Liam's probably
So
loving that.
Dude, I picked up Zach Moss again. Oh, it's
I don't know how
championship
I don't know how
winning
you keep
play for
getting
me.
away with this, honestly. That's
Yeah, as the
Was he a
10th
free agent?
waiver. Yeah, because I dropped him because Jonathan Taylor came back
When did you pick him up?
like today.
yesterday. Yeah, today at
I
3
put-
I
a.m.
saw
I
the
didn't
waiver
see
go
him on
through
the
and I got
waiver claim.
pissed.
Oops. Well, Frank, why would you pick up players? That's just so greedy.
I just want to mess with you.
That is kind of greedy, right?
All right.
Okay, this Colts team though. They're like fiery. I like the way they play, you know? Tough game against the Bucks. Minshew got it done. Defense really stepped up. Could we see them, sneaky competing?
I think we're trying to put too many teams in the playoffs now, Liam.
Yeah, we are. We are.
Dude. Steelers are making the playoffs. Texans are making the playoffs. Maybe the Colts get in there.
Do you think that like Jonathan, like obviously Jonathan Taylor, like Zach Moss was good, but Jonathan Taylor has been like doing really like well. He's been giving you good production. Like, are they just gonna be able to slide Zach Moss back into that same RB1 and it's seamless?
He was balling, bro. Zach
Yeah.
Moss was balling before Jonathan Taylor came back. Like, I mean, I think they'll be fine.
I don't think it's exactly the same. I think there definitely is a drop off in value. Like as much as Zach Moss did well at the beginning of the season, there's been runs the past 2 weeks that Jonathan Taylor has made that not many other running backs in the NFL can do. So there's gonna be a drop off there. And once again, it's gonna come down to quarterback play. And I'm sorry, there's many other teams in the AFC that I'd rather have over Gardner Minshew at quarterback.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I think that's gonna be a difference maker down the stretch. That's why I would pick the Bills to get the playoffs over them because I think Josh Allen's just a better quarterback.
I think Gardner Minshew he's got a high floor but a low ceiling. Like he's not gonna make the plays that's gonna really be a difference maker.
It's fair. I mean, they've overperformed heavily, in my opinion. I think
Well, especially
I would love
quarterback.
Yeah, I'd love to see them compete. They're a fun team. That defense is pretty fun. Shout out Josh Downs and Pittman. Pittman's been baller this season.
Yeah. I kind of want to just like get this out of the way. I'm gonna make it brief, but I think it's time to get rid of Geno Smith in the offseason. I've started to realize that Pro Bowl magic is never going to come back, and one of the frustrating things is last year was a contract year for Geno, and God forbid we get one more year to evaluate. Like you're a career backup and you have a Pro Bowl season. Like everyone knew, it's just not sustainable. So God forbid we get one more year, 1 year deal or something to like see, okay, is this sustainable? But no, we couldn't do that. And Seahawks have now fallen 6-5. Can I say that's my pretender? I don't even think I don't know if that qualifies because A, it's my team, and B, I don't even know if they're gonna make the playoffs, but they've really fallen from like this maybe contender team to just being I mean, we got a difficult schedule coming up too. We got the Cowboys on Thursday. We got the Eagles at some point. We got the Niners again. We got swept by the Rams, who suck. This is going to be a good team in the future, but I think it's time we move on from Geno. He's just not looked the same as last year from an efficiency and a big play perspective. It hasn't been the same, and it's disappointing.
Called your own team pretenders. That's just.
I gotta be transparent. Like I had a lot of high hopes for them, and then
no.
It's very fair. I think they were in a similar situation. Obviously, they didn't pay as much as the Giants were last season because you get into the playoffs and you're competing in a playoff game when nobody really expects you to do so, and you now have this quarterback, and you just have to pay him. Like you don't have a choice. Like the Seahawks had to pay Geno Smith. They had to do that because in a league that's, if you look at quarterback rankings these days, the bottom 10 suck. So to have a competent quarterback play is impressive. But yeah, I think they need to find a solution going forward. But it's going to be hard because there's a lot of teams looking for quarterbacks, and there's going to be a bunch of guys drafted in the first round. But as we were texting about the other day, like who's going to pan out? Like there's a long list of college quarterbacks that could be drafted, but you really have no idea.
He's a free agent in 2026 at the ripe old age of 36. But like, do we start Drew Lock and then just like pay 25 mil a year for a backup?
Drew Lock
I don't
was
know.
bad in that one little game he played.
I don't know. It's
Geno's better than him.
the wide receivers are looking good. The running backs, obviously, with Charbonnet coming into it, looks good. The defense looks good. You just need a quarterback. It's the most important position in the game. You need a quarterback.
Do you think they could go? I think, to be honest, they're not going to be able to draft a quarterback. Do you think they go out there and try to get one of these guys that could be on the move? Like, could Justin Fields be good in Seattle? Could like one of these other quarterbacks that could possibly get drafted out?
Bro, that would be really nice.
I think Justin Fields would be very happy in Seattle. I think he would be
Justin
embraced.
Fields or Kyler Murray. One of the two of them are probably getting traded this offseason. So
wow, Kyler
like
Murray,
Falcons and the
That would
Seahawks,
be crazy.
like a younger Russell Wilson.
Guys.
Would Geno just be like flipped in this case, or is he still like? Could you give Geno to mentor like Caleb Williams or Drake May on the Bears, or is he just has to stay?
How much he's getting paid?
25
Only
mil.
12.
His cap hit.
Yeah,
his
cap
base
is
salary is
17
12.
if they cut him.
I don't know who's taking him. Sorry.
He could be the backup quarterback.
Hey,
Yeah.
Browns want him. We'll give him to the
Yeah.
Browns.
Okay.
We don't
I
want
mean-
your quarterback, but we'll take a nice, good young
The
player.
Browns are already paying Deshaun Watson so much money.
Yeah,
They
that's true.
can't afford to pay another quarterback that much
Yeah.
money.
Seahawks
Isn't it
aren't
funny
taking
they
him.
just signed Joe Flacco? Isn't that funny? Divisional rival.
I'm looking forward to the Falcons taking Daniel Jones' contract. That's my goal this offseason.
You think the Falcons do that?
They're desperate for a quarterback.
God, dude, that would actually ruin them. Because
Are they actually going to give up on Desmond?
They've already
should.
had
Desmond-
benched him for Heineke for
I know,
bring
but
back.
like in the future, like
I'm gonna
next.
keep it. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Heineke should have been the QB1 from the beginning.
Yeah. What
If
happened
I'm
to
the-
like starting the veteran and having the rookie? I feel like that used to be so common. Now, like this year, so many rookies.
Ritter's a
start.
second-year guy.
Yeah,
They got
but I
drafted
mean,
this year. No.
no. Is he a second-year guy? He sure as hell doesn't play
He
like
is.
one.
He is a second-year guy.
That's true.
He backed up Mariota last year and then played when Mariota
That's
left.
right. Yeah.
Then that's fair to get rid of him then.
Plays like a JV QB, and we just fucking lost to him.
If I was the Falcons, though, I would go after Justin Fields because Justin Fields in the offense
Oh yeah.
would be
Oh
electric.
yeah.
Even more than Seattle because like you have weapons. Like I know Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Bijan. Like there's weapons on this team that just need a guy to get to the ball. And Justin Fields would be that offense would be so much fun.
Very underrated defense too.
I'm looking at Daniel Jones' contract. I think you've mentioned this before, but like waiving him after next season really isn't that bad.
Oh, exactly. We have 1 year left of it, and he'll probably just hopefully we draft a quarterback potentially, and then
like in 2026, you're only paying 11 mil in dead cap if you waive him. That's really not bad.
That's not
it's
bad
not
at
terrible.
all.
All right.
I want to rip the Band-Aid off. You know, speaking of the Falcons,
talk about it, man. We're here for you.
What a terrible game this was. First drive, I was like, yeah, we punt, first 3 and out to start the game. I was like, we're right back in it. Then we got a nice 10-play drive. Groupie kicked a field goal. I was like, okay. Again, they turned it over on downs. And then Derek Carr's driving down the field, making the best reads he's made all season. Boom, 89-yard pick six. Field goal, they score touchdown, field goal, we get a pick, field goal, field goal, field goal. It's just like
kicker was active, man.
When we get to the red zone, I don't know what. First of all, Taysom Hill's nowhere to be found on the field when we get to the red zone. Not like he's been our best playmaker this whole season or anything. Derek Carr his brain must turn to goo whenever we get inside the 25-yard line. It's ridiculous. It's just so disappointing. We played so well, easily should have won this game. Just bad decisions, man.
Is Dennis
It's just
Allen
so
gone
frustrating.
after this season?
Derek, huh?
Is
Derek
Dennis Allen
Carr?
gone?
Oh, if we don't win the division easily, which is kind of why, and this is like really crappy to say, I kind of hope we don't win the division because that would mean Dennis Allen would have to be fired.
I think he's
He
gone
should have
either
been
way.
gone after last year.
He's gone either way.
He's got to be, dude. The playmaking is the worst in the NFL. Have you guys seen the graphic where um, it's like offensive proficiency, and it's like usage of easy button plays like screen passes, RPOs, stuff like that, slant routes. The Saints don't run any easy button plays. They don't run screens, they don't run RPOs, and they don't run slants. Those like the easiest plays to pull off on offensive football. I don't understand it. It's dreadful and it's so hard to watch.
I
They're in
think
a
deep
similar.
down.
Yeah,
You go, Rick.
they're in a similar spot to where the Broncos were last year, where they spent a lot of money on a quarterback
Yeah.
that not perform well, and now they got to get rid of the head coach and invest in a coach that can actually like do something with them because they're stuck with Derek Carr.
Yeah.
And they need to find somebody to get the best out of him. And Sean Payton's done that with Russ in Denver, and now the Saints need their own Sean Payton, I guess.
Right.
Yeah,
That's a great analogy. And that's actually exactly what I was gonna kind of allude to too. Because I was gonna say deep down, I think there's a good quarterback still in Derek Carr. And I think he just needs someone to pull it out of him.
dude. It's just the play calling. It hasn't been beneficial to him, and it hasn't been beneficial to our wide receivers at all. Olave, he's struggled most of the season. Michael Thomas is hurt now, but he hasn't run a single slant. Dude was breaking records running slants. Like,
Yeah.
how are we not going to abuse that? Now, MT's out. Our deep ball guy Shaheed is out. It's going to be an uphill battle, and I'm not confident at all. The one thing I will say, though, is our defense will keep us in every game. And we play the Lions, we're going to probably get smoked. But Panthers, Giants, Rams, Bucks, Falcons, we should win all those games.
Should.
And
Should.
yeah, should. But
Is Olave okay? I know he was like concussed or something and came back.
He'll be fine. He's gotten that man is taking hits. I'll say this: the fact that the Saints are 5-6 and they've played absolutely terrible.
Is
very
you
lucky.
play terrible teams.
Yeah, I mean, easily could have beat the Packers. Should have beat the Jags. Should have beat the Texans. Vikings, they just stunk. Should have beat the Falcons. Like, it's just bad.
Yeah, but you almost beat you almost lost to the Titans. You almost lost to the Panthers.
Yeah, we're just a bad team. We can't play offense. That Bears game was so bad too. Oh my god. Yeah, it's just been rough. I thought the bye week was gonna help them. Yeah,
Saints, Lions.
I just hope we keep it close. I just want to see him score a touchdown on offense. Like,
all right. You talked about Sean Payton, Russell Wilson. I guess we got to talk about that. I don't want to talk about this, but Broncos look good, man.
yeah.
Frank, I feel like you have something to say about this.
Yeah, resident Broncos fan.
Another thing I was listening to, I've been stuck in my room, so I've been listening to lots of sports talk. And an interesting point brought up is Sean Payton has started taking field goals. He's no longer going for the fourth downs. He's taking the points when he can get them, and that's how they're winning games. They're winning lots of close games. That them taking the field goals and just getting points, because points are so precious in the NFL.
If it was that easy, man, why didn't he just do this the whole time?
But like that's what he's doing. Like we were talking about earlier, Dan Campbell, if he wouldn't have went for fourth down and kicked those field goals, Lions win that game. This is how they're doing it. And Russ hasn't been playing great. His stats don't look great. If you just look at his stats, you'd say
I test
has not had great games.
Good. I mean, he's been looking a lot better.
He's looking so much better. His running, his scrambling, his looking downfield, like he's looking like what Russ used to look in Seattle, and that's the big difference. And this defense is crazy. I'm putting this team as my contender, and they're making the playoffs.
Wow. Wow.
that I really like how this Broncos team's going and moving along right now.
I'm with you, Rank. I think they're definitely in a better spot to make the playoffs than the Bills, in my opinion. I'll have them as my contender as well.
Rank.
Play
Oh, no, you go.
I was just gonna say they played the Chargers twice to end the season. It's gonna be awesome if they beat them both times.
Rank. So, 5-game win streak, right, or 6? 5?
5.
5.
So in the Russell Wilson last 5 games, thank you Stat News for this. Passer rating 109.5, 894 yards, 8 touchdowns, 0 picks. I would say he's playing pretty well.
But 894 divided by 5, that's less than it's like 150 yards a game. Like if you 150 yards per game passing is not great stats, but he's not turning the ball over and he's doing what Russ needs to do. He's like, if you just look at the stats themselves, though, I wouldn't say 894 passing yards over 5 games is great stats.
Yeah, I'm looking at the 0 picks. I can't see his rushing attempts, but I'm sure I'd be willing to bet money it's looking objectively pretty good.
5 dubs against good teams too.
Yeah.
Chiefs, Bills back to back. Come on now. Beat the Browns, who had a solid defense, and the Vikings, who were hot up until that point.
Portland Sutton's been looking pretty good too.
Dude, Sutton's been awesome.
He's what Jerry Jeudy wanted to be. Let's be honest here.
Every time they score a touchdown, it's Sutton. They don't score a lot of touchdowns, but
he's an athletic dude. Like
that
he's
catch he
impressive.
Had, that toe tap was nuts.
But even some of the other ones, like he's an athletic. He's kind of, I don't want to compare him to Julio Jones. That's disrespectful to Julio Jones, but just like the athleticism that he like utilizes to catch some of these balls in traffic are just kind of ridiculous.
I'm really excited to see Broncos Texans. CJ Stroud against this defense is going to be a real test. And Russ has just been literally the game manager. He's been really good. So it's going to be a great game.
All right. Before we go to Thursday Night Football, we've been talking about this all show. I actually want to just write down 3 because I think Liam has said like 4 or 5. Assuming all of the current division leaders get the wild cards, get their like division crowns, I think it's pretty straightforward. I think it's pretty straightforward. I think that's how it ends. What 3 wild card teams do you have? You don't have to give the order. Just what 3 wild card teams do you have?
Ooh.
I'll go first. Steelers, Texans, Broncos in the AFC.
Sure.
Oh, see, okay, this is tough now because I think a lot of it's going to come down to who you play. Because a lot of these teams are trending in the right direction, and I know we're talking about the Bills and Rank. I'm very happy that you're joining the team, but they're playing the Chiefs, Cowboys, and Dolphins. I mean, they're going to probably go 2-3 unless they. I don't know. It's just like, how do I know they're not going to be inconsistent and drop back down? So I don't know if I want to put myself on record. I'm going to go Texans. God, I don't want to say the Broncos, but we'll go Texans, Broncos, Bills. I really want to put the Colts. The Browns in there because they somehow the Browns. Let me look at their schedule real quick. Give me 2 seconds. Jaguars, Bears, Texans, Jets, Bengals. Now I want to put the Browns in. No, I gotta stick to my guns. I'm going Bills.
So what were the 3?
Texans, Bills. Broncos, Bills.
Is that what I said? Oh,
yeah. Wow.
So I didn't include
all
the
teams
Steelers.
Outside the playoffs. Right now. Interesting. That's bold, Truitt. I like it.
Thank you.
I'm going to go with Truitt. I really like those 3 teams. Those are my 3 teams. I think they're gonna make the playoffs.
Not including Steelers and Browns is hard. I know it's not hard for Rank, but it's tough. Can I?
You could take your Broncos out, Truitt.
I might take out the Broncos and put in the Steelers. I'm liking the direction they're heading in, and their schedule is pretty easy outside the Ravens.
That's what I've been saying, bro.
Let me give me 1 second to check the Broncos schedule.
Okay, buddy. Chop chop.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Take out the Broncos. I'm sticking to my guns. I'm throwing the Steelers in there too.
Nice.
Bills, Steelers, Texans.
All right. Thursday Night Football.
Wait, we didn't go to the NFC. We need to do the
Oh.
NFC.
Oh, you're right.
Rank, who you got?
You go first, Liam. I gotta take this down.
Okay. Well, obviously, the Cowboys are going to make the wild card. I don't think there's a question about that.
Yeah.
After that, it's really kind of wide open. I'm taking either one of the Saints or the Falcons. We're going to get 2 NFC South teams in the playoffs this year.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
Yep. We will. And you know what? Truett, if you won't believe I will, I'll take the Seahawks. I like them better than the Vikings, and Packers gotta show me, gotta prove it. I'll take the Seahawks.
True.
I just want to point out this is really, really funny. The Panthers statistically can still host a playoff game. Just
Dude, NFC South is a hard-nosed division, man.
they're 1 in 10, dude. That's ridiculous. Yeah, pencil in the Cowboys. I can't put in the Vikings because they still play the Lions twice and they can easily go 0-2 there.
They will.
I'm gonna take the Packers, and I appreciate the belief, Liam. It's just we have a hard schedule.
That's okay. You can put the Saints in then, or the Falcons.
Like, is 9-8 good enough to get into the playoffs? Because I could see
Yes.
them losing Cowboys, Niners, Eagles, winning Titans, Steelers, Cardinals.
Yeah.
All right, then we'll go with the Seahawks, and I'll take Saints to win the division.
Very
But
nice.
now it sounds like you don't want that. Now, should I say the Falcons win the division so that you fire Dennis Allen?
No. I mean, I would love us to make the playoffs. Don't get me wrong. But I think we make the playoffs if we win the division or not.
Oh my God! All right, Rank.
Someone's
Unfortunately-
got to be delusional.
Unfortunately, the Cowboys are making the playoffs. Packers definitely have been hyping them up. I'm gonna go with the Vikings.
Wow.
Oh,
I will say
Oh.
my delusional fandom in me though will tell you the Giants are only 2 games out of a playoff spot.
dude!
Oh my!
I was
God.
gonna say that, Rank. It's not
1-2 in a
over.
row.
We do play the Seahawks, the Saints, the Packers, the Rams, and the
Dude.
Eagles twice down the stretch. So
Eagles.
Right.
there's some
twice.
tough games.
Saints game is a big one for us. We need that so bad. You guys
I don't
need
think
to
we'll make
lose
the
to
playoffs, but who knows?
Rank, do you anticipate the Vikings? So they played the Lions twice. How do you anticipate that going down, given your take?
They win at home, lose on the road.
Okay, so they split the series. Okay. All right.
And they got a win against the Bengals and the Raiders, and they're good.
Do you have any primetime games? Oh, they play the Packers. They play the Packers
So the Packers are
at
winning that
home
game.
on primetime.
Packers win that.
Ooh.
I just got to figure it out. I like that.
All right. Thursday Night Football. Liam went 2-1 over Thanksgiving break. I also went 2-1. And did you go 0-3?
I did go 0-3. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I had to choose the Seahawks, and I bet against my Cowboys, and I just got the Lions one straight up wrong.
Well, you can try to redeem yourself this week because Liam is now 12-3. I am true at 7-7. I'm 5-10. So in the hunt.
I'm proud to announce that Sean Rankle has been mathematically eliminated from the #1 spot.
Oh God!
Seems like a theme for me this week. So yeah.
Have you been waiting for that, Liam, to say that? You've definitely been waiting.
I've been waiting all year, bro. Man,
I'm honored
Truett,
that like
Truett,
yeah.
you're one loss away, brother.
I know. From getting eliminated or from getting third?
If you don't win out, boys gonna be the champ this year.
No, I'm just worried about me and Rank now. I'm not even worried about touching first.
Dude, if you catch Truett, would you consider this to be a dub?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, so if we've all used a double or nothing, how are we? It doesn't add up.
Yours didn't add up to double or nothing because you covered
Yeah.
but didn't double cover, so you got one
right.
loss.
That could be huge if we're going percentages. That could be huge.
It is true. I'm 3 games behind, you know.
So
All right.
Rank, I gotta ask.
Yeah. No,
what's
you go.
what's the wrinkle strategy gonna be now? Because you can't fade me.
I'm going back to not fading. I'm just following my heart and what I know about football.
Yep, it hasn't
Rank,
steered you well so far.
I
but
could just
good
choose
luck.
the same as you every time, and we
You
stay
pick
the
first,
same.
though.
I
We go
You
in
can't
order.
do that, bro.
We go in order of picks.
I could do that, but I'm not. You guys know who I'm going to choose. So I'm going to let you guys go because I'm going to go with the Seahawks covering plus 9.5.
Yeah, so Seahawks at Cowboys minus 9.5 is the line for this week. So yeah, true. Pick the Seahawks. The Seabirds.
Frank, join me so we can lock our destiny in together.
What?
Sounds a little fruity.
It's crazy.
I want to hear Rank choose the Cowboys to cover here. I'd love to hear that, actually. So
it's kind of crazy because if you would have said the score of this game, line of this game 2 weeks ago, I think this line would have been a lot closer. A lot closer.
Yeah.
But the Seahawks have not looked well. Kenneth Walker is not playing this week. Yep. The Cowboys have dominated teams at home, like annihilated teams.
Yep.
And much as it pains me to admit it, like the Cowboys are winning this game. They do well against bad teams at home. And I'm sorry, True, but the Seahawks are a bad team right now, and it's going to be an annihilation on Thursday Night Football.
I do want to say though, I know Thursday wasn't a good indication of this, but I think in general the Seahawks play up in primetime. If this was like a 125 game, I think we're going to get whooped by 30. But like in general, we play up in primetime.
That's cool. That's cool, man. Give me Cowboys cover. Give me Cowboys cover. Let's go, Rank. Rank, I'm all on your side. I know we were butting heads for most of the season, but
come on,
I'm riding with you now. I'd love to see you catch Truett. That would be hilarious.
Oh God.
Sorry, buddy.
Honored.
Okay, man.
2 more NFL things before we go to NBA. Aaron Rodgers is back. He's officially back practicing exactly 79 days post Achilles tear.
So stupid.
Do we
Is this a good idea for him?
Starting?
No. It's the stupidest thing like ever. How old is Mans? Like
40.
38? 40?
40.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Good luck trying to escape Micah Parsons or, someone coming after you. That's just not going to happen.
So, since he's back practicing, he now has 21 days to move off IR and play. So that means he'd have to be off IR before the Commanders game on Christmas Eve. So either he's going to play in that game or he's not playing the rest of the season. So
What's the point, man?
I think he's so determined to prove everybody wrong and be the first person to ever do this that he will step on that field and play a snap at least.
What's the point? Yeah.
If you this, he doesn't make any sense. He went into a darkness retreat and came out and said he's choosing the Jets. Like, this guy's a lunatic.
Yeah. He's obviously insane. I mean, good for him, bro.
I really think this is what you cause more of a problem for just anything else, because this is just going to sideshow the rest of the season. Like, if you had just said, I'm done, good luck for the season, and hang around the team and help Zach Wilson, sure. But the fact that every week Rob Saleh is answered questions about Aaron Rodgers coming back, it's just not good for the team.
Hey, I mean, the dude wants to compete. I guess you gotta respect that. Any pro athlete wants to compete, but just pack it in, hit the restart button in the offseason, and take this team to a fresh start next year.
Yeah. Come on, bro. Yeah. Let it eat a little bit. Timmy Boyle's out there running around throwing picks now. Like, my man's. Just let it go. Got next year.
If they were like 500, I'd say maybe, but they're not. They're not.
I have a trivia question for today.
I'm ready.
Special teams related trivia question.
Let's go.
Just for Liam, or sure you can obviously play too, but this is to get Liam hyped. It is, what 10 NFL kickers have the most field goals made since 2010?
Tucker.
Tucker is number 1.
Tucker.
Is
How
Jake
many does
Elliott
he
in
have?
there?
Tucker has 384 field goals made. His field goal percentage is also the highest with 89.9.
Not anymore.
Mm-mm. Nah.
Not anymore.
Young way. Young
Oh,
way
okay.
past him.
He's the highest with like all his kicks. This young guy's got less
Okay.
kicks.
Yeah. That's fair.
Justin
Um,
Tucker's
True.
one.
You said Jake Elliott, Truett?
yeah.
Jake Elliott's not on the list.
Is Hauschka there? I know he's been out of the league for a little while.
Hauschka's 11th.
Oh.
Is my boy up there?
Which one?
Willie.
No.
Willie.
Brandon
These are slightly
McManus?
older guys. It's like 2010, so like guys have been around for a while.
Boswell's got to be on there.
Oh,
There's got to
totally.
be Boswell.
Nope, no Boswell.
What?
No Boswell?
He's further down the list.
Dude, he's been such a staple for that team.
Damn, bro. I don't know.
These are recognizable guys. I will tell you that.
Oh,
Like,
Vinatieri.
Vinatieri's 10, yeah.
Oh,
He's 10.
that's not good if he's 10. Oh boy. Like, should
What,
we be
other
getting these?
Other Patriots kicker.
Gostkowski.
Gostkowski.
Yeah.
That's right.
Um,
McAfee's not on there, is he?
He's a punter.
So he's not.
No.
um,
One of these
God.
guys had the record for the longest field goal for a while.
Oh, Janikowski, Sebastian,
No.
Semi. No?
Lions kicker. He had the record.
they all bounce around the league, man. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay, fine. I'm going to read you guys this list.
Zerline? Is Zerline on there?
Yes, he's Zerline's there.
Greg the leg?
Third-
Let's go.
Third leg Greg?
Yeah.
That's
I'm going to read you the list and you can be mad at yourself. I hope you are, Liam. We have Justin Tucker. We have Matt Prater.
Oh.
Prater, dude.
Graham Gano.
Oh, dude.
Greg Zerline. Robbie Gold.
Oh, Niners
that
legends.
was a gimme. How did
Nick
we botch
Folk.
that? I was gonna say that, but I didn't think it was on there.
Mason Crosby.
Oh my gosh.
Ryan Suckup.
Suck up.
Stephen Gostkowski. Adam Vinatieri.
Dude, suck up. Titans
Damn.
guy.
We should have got Gold and Prater for sure.
Yeah.
Those are two gimmies.
Crosby, dude. Iconic Packer.
Where's Boswell on that list?
He's here. He's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15th.
Okay. That makes me feel a little better.
Dude, funny Boswell thing. And this is why I'm surprised, because Chris Chan used to say that he used to say the 4 Bs on the team: Big Ben, Antonio Brown, Bell, and Boswell. That's how long he's been dominating. I'm so shocked he's not in the top 10.
He's only played 127 games, so I think he's just more recent than these other guys because Crosby's got 210 and some of these in the 200s.
Yeah, we should have got.
Crosby's not still kicking, right?
I don't
still
think
kicking.
so.
I don't know who the Packers
Dude, the
kicker is.
Texans could use him. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Rennie Bullock is number 18.
Who?
Bullock.
Bullock.
I don't even know who that is.
Biggest meme in any fantasy draft ever.
You know who's a legend? Who's Robert Aguayo? Remember him?
Oh my god.
Legend.
What about Liam's boy? The punter.
Morstead?
Never actually punted ever. The Bills guy. don't even know. But did you see the punter thing? They were talking about punters during Thanksgiving Day football. They were talking about the Australian guys and how like they've changed the punting way.
Yeah.
Sick.
Michael Dixon.
Yeah.
Punter, Pro Bowler.
Yeah, dude, he's tough. He's tough. I don't know if you guys saw a couple of weeks ago, Morstead for the Jets won punter, or he won special teams player of the week. He was in the conversation to actually win AFC player of the week because he just had a fantastic showing, just booting the ball around the field. So sick. Also, if you guys think about a Christmas gift for me, because I know that's on your mind, I don't know if you guys saw those guys wearing the punts sweaters. Those were so tough. Yeah.
Of course, dude. Of course. All right. What do we got? NBA. We got a lot to talk about.
Can we start with the big NBA story that this in-season tournament thing is working?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Those games were fun last night. Like having like watched soccer for a long time now, it felt like a soccer tournament because like you were watching other games happening at the same time. You worried about point differential stuff. Like it literally felt so electric for a random Tuesday night.
I would agree
It's
with
brought back some of the buzz to like NBA regular season because that's the thing that has been the NBA's Achilles heel. Regular season doesn't really matter, but this is like people care now. It's sick.
I've definitely been. I got to go devil's advocate here because I've just been a little skeptical, just because of. I mean, we were talking about this earlier, because like all the group play games are mixed in other games that like the NBA season has so many ups and downs, and you brought up a good point with the Lakers. How the Lakers are in the tournament when they're such an inconsistent team. They just lost by fucking 44 to the Sixers, and like they just happened to get it right on a Tuesday night. That's just what kind of like bothers me a little bit. But I do agree. It's brought back some hype for sure.
Anything to get these guys playing more meaningful basketball is a great thing, in my opinion. I love it.
The way I thought they were going to do it before the season started was put all the games in 1 week and then kind of just go straight into the tournament. Like kind of have a March Mad. Is that how they do in soccer? Is it like this where the group play is like different timing?
Okay. Yeah, they have the group like for like Champions League, they just have it spread out throughout the year. You play your group games kind of randomly
during the week, yeah.
Yeah. And
right. So I want to
play your league games.
I want to get your opinion on this. I just mentioned this to Liam. How take an example like the Lakers, who are in the tournament now. Such an inconsistent team. Obviously, just lost by 44. But like I think, like they on a random Tuesday they just put it together because the NBA season is so volatile. You know what I mean?
But I think they also turn up more because I think like we talk about all these teams and we talk about these NBA teams that like show up for playoff time, and I think Lakers are one of them. And I think now they're showing up for a regular Tuesday night game because it's kind of like a playoff.
Yeah. Hey, I'll take that. Yeah, that's good logic. I'll take that.
And like the Bucks Heat game last night, I don't know if you guys watched any of that, but like those teams are going at it. They were so hyped. Like Spo was losing his mind. The whole Joe Mazzulla like hacking Andre Drummond stuff. Like these teams care about this thing, and that's so good for the NBA.
Yeah, it is. It's great. And hey, we talk about the Lakers being inconsistent and they're in it, but you look at the other teams that made it, the Pacers, the Bucks, Knicks, Celtics, Suns, Kings, Pelicans. Those are all good teams.
Yeah.
And now they're going to Vegas, where like you're having these games in Vegas with the excitement. It's just the energy, the excitement.
I like that it's in Vegas. That's
everything is so much fun.
And it kind of feels like it feels like March Madness a little bit. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
What I'm going to say is for teams like the Lakers, the Suns, the Pelicans, they're going to be fighting, to get a playoff spot, not a play-in spot. These extra games could definitely help them or hurt them, but it's going to be very fun to watch.
I don't know if we need to predict each game, but I guess who's going to be in the championship and who's going to take the whole thing.
I got the Kings winning the whole thing.
That's
Over
an
who?
awesome take. Awesome take.
Who the
Frank?
Kings beating, Liam?
Everyone.
Like who's
No,
in the
he's
East?
looking for a certain answer in the East, though.
Oh, in the East, I'd love to see them beat the Pacers in the finals. That would be great. I could definitely see the Bucks in there. You know, Knicks have been the only team to hold people to an average of under 100 points, which is crazy. Obviously the Celtics, yeah, I'm gonna go Kings Pacers in the finals. Kings knock off the Pacers to win the in-season tournament.
I can go
Right,
next.
Get your answer out of the way.
I'm not gonna go with my normal answer. I
Okay.
think no, I am. Celtics over Pelicans.
Dude, Pels have been tough in the in-season tournament. Good luck playing on that court if you play on it, because you can't
Although
you
we're in
literally can't
Vegas.
see them. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Damn.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Kings over Knicks. I think that'd be a sick matchup.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Nice.
we'll see what happens.
Go Kings.
All right, so we have some teams we got to talk about. Some teams that have been surprisingly good and maybe not surprisingly bad, but pretty bad. I don't know which one you guys want to dive into first.
Let's talk about the Orlando Magic. My God.
Yeah,
At the beginning of the season, Patrick Beverly went on his stupid podcast and slandered them. Said, "Oh, how can you be this bad if you have two guys in the top 50 of the NBA like power rankings, whatever." Second best team in the East, 8-game win streak. They've looked awesome. Paolo and Franz Wagner are like insane. Jalen Suggs and Cole Anthony have been playing out of their minds. And Mo Wagner too. It's been great. But shout out Paolo, man. So inspirational. They play team basketball and they play hard. I don't know if you guys saw that Cole Anthony dunk over Derek White when they beat the
yeah.
Celtics. That was electric. You know, and it's not like they're playing scrub teams either. Magic have been really, really fun to watch. Do you guys think they're the real deal? Like they beat the Nuggets, Raptors, Pacers, Bulls twice, Celtics. You know, some good teams.
I'm not going to answer that question directly, but like they have 6 guys at like in double figures, almost 7. Nobody's scoring above 20. Like this is just such a team brand of basketball. It's awesome to watch. Like it's almost as if like this season someone came in and said like, all right, this is your role. This is your role. This is your role. And they're just executing so well.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be the full. Not gonna say it. I've been saying for years, but every year there's one team that does really well in the regular season, and this year it's the Magic, and they're gonna be a fun team to watch in the regular season because they have great guys who compete and try, and they're talented guys. Banchero, Wagner, like there are skill position players up and down this roster, but when it comes down to the end of it and it comes down to crunch time, I think they could try to get a 5 or 6 seed and lose in the first round. But it's gonna be a fun story along the way.
You know what? I think they'd be very, very happy with that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Any
It's
Magic fan would be enthralled if there's actually Magic fans.
it's interesting. Like I'm looking at the stats right now. I'm kind of curious what their starting lineup has been. There's only been 3 players that have started every game they've played in.
Well, Markel Fultz and Wendell they're hurt right now, both of them.
No, but you gotta listen to what I'm saying. There's only
Oh.
3 players that have started every game they've played in. So there's people that have been playing in games and not starting every game. There's been like Anthony Black has played 15 but started 11. Gary Harris has started 2 but played 12. Like I'm just not sure. Goga, oh, that guy used to on Pacers. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Played 15 but started 12. I think they're just experimenting a little bit, but it's interesting. Like who is the true starting backcourt on this team?
Cole Anthony has not started a game.
But he's playing damn well.
Great
Dude.
6 man.
He's been insane. So
He
is
wants that
Suggs.
Kia.
Suggs, man. He just plays with this chip on his shoulder. Both of them do. It's awesome. They who would have said the Magic would be a fun team to watch? They're out here just dicing teams.
Paolo's, I know he's not shooting a lot of shots from three, but like he's just been incredibly efficient too, which is great to watch. We got a lot of scrappy guys on this team. You guys want to talk about the Pacers?
Halliburton. That's all that needs to be said. Dude's crazy. He's
like
point guard.
I mean,
point guard tier list, boys. Point guard tier list. Tier 1, we're going Steph, Luka, Shea. Right below that, on the cusp, Halliburton and De'Aaron Fox.
I wouldn't be mad if you
Dame
threw
too, but
Tyrese in there.
Brunson.
Dude, Hallie's been better than Brunson this year.
Oh, 100%.
Hallie's just been insane. Brunson's a baller, and big part of why the Knicks are doing well. But dude, Halliburton's putting up numbers we haven't seen before.
25 and 12 on 50-45 splits on 8.5 3-point attempts a game. Volume and efficiency, 2.5 turnovers to 11.9 assists. Like, this is crazy efficiency and just production, straight up production.
It's nuts.
You forgot Shea Gillis. You forgot Shea.
No, I said Shea.
Yeah,
I left Dame off.
I want to let him get away with not picking Shea.
Yeah,
don't worry.
I said Steph, Luka, Shea. Tier 1.
What if he? Honest question. I'm trying to keep my bias out of this one. What about Maxey?
Oh, I forgot about Maxey, dude. He's in the category
with Hallie.
Yeah, he's in the tier with Hallie and Fox for sure.
He's played well.
Dude,
he's stepped up in place of James Harden right now.
He's been the best Sixers player. I'm sorry, Joel Embiid. It might be my least favorite player to watch in the entire NBA. Dude, yeah. He just plays basketball like such a pussy, bro. He plays like such a pussy.
It's becoming a little tough to watch. I feel like it's getting very extreme. I've tried to defend him in the past, but it's getting worse. Like, it's like James Harden taught him a whole nother level of flopping and foul merchanting last year, and he's just embracing it this year.
The Sixers suck to watch.
Embiid's leading in scoring, right? 32 a game. How many of those are from free throws? I gotta look this up.
Dude, I love when they show like the scoring
He's
leaders.
got
If you took
10
out
free throws per game,
it changes everything.
He's averaging 10 made free throws a game, so a third of his points are from free throws.
That's insane. Luka's averaging 31, I believe. Without free throws, he'd be like 26. Just want to throw that out there.
Embiid leads the league in free throw attempts per game at 12.
Jesus Christ. That's somebody fouling out.
Pretty much.
One other player that I want to discuss. When are we going to start giving Giannis more criticism for not making free throws? He's got a 64% free throw percentage, and like him and Dame don't seem to be working that well together. I feel like Dame's kind of exposing for how bad Giannis is off the ball.
I didn't realize how bad that team was going to be defensively on the perimeter perspective.
I don't know why they did this trade to begin with. I thought Drew Holiday was the perfect complement for a guy like Giannis.
Yeah, 100% agree.
Dame, Giannis without the ball, he's just like he can't 3-point. He's useless.
Such a black hole. He is. Unless they're running in transition, he's just a foul merchant too.
Well, and Drew Holiday is not like a heavy ISO guy, so he would always get Giannis involved with like a screen or something. But Dame is an ISO guy, so then you're forcing Giannis into more situations where he's just going to stand somewhere.
Giannis needs to run some pick and rolls. I just don't think he knows how to do it because he's never had to do it in the NBA. Like, if him and Dame can actually perfect a pick and roll and Giannis can just be driving to the rim, getting these things, that's when Giannis can be most effective. They just need to work themselves there.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Bucks are 13-5. Giannis is averaging 30 on 60% shooting.
I know, but just watching the game last night, like he just didn't look like himself. He didn't look as dominant as we've seen in years past.
I think he could deserve some criticism, Rank, to come back to your main point, but not that much. Like, I think we need to give Embiid much more criticism before we give
Yes,
Giannis.
I totally agree. Totally agree.
And
yep.
Is it about the Bucks?
Yeah.
Okay. No,
Yeah. I just want to say Giannis is very close to having higher field goal percentage than free throw percentage. Which would be very cool.
Wow. That's
Embarrassing.
I haven't seen someone do that since Andre Roberson.
Luka needs to do the same thing, bro. Luka stinks at free throws. I don't
That's
know what
weird.
it is, but these European stars just don't care.
They need to go to the J. Wright Academy of free throws because J. Wright can whip them into shape. Just one foot into the pavilion and you just start shooting good free throws.
I was reading something that like players don't do well at free throws because it's not like high intensity. You know, they're not used to it being like in motion type of shot. You know,
punch Giannis in the chest before the shot and just like get him riled up.
They probably don't they don't blow the whistle in EuroLeague anyways. So like they're not getting like 10 plus free throw attempts in a game. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just not that high of a priority for them, which sounds weird because it's a free throw. It's 3 points. But before we move off the Bucks, I just want to make a joke about how, because I was talking about perimeter defense, like obviously Dame, you have Middleton, and then Beasley, ever since he fell for that Halliburton fake screen, I've just been writing him off as a defender. So,
did you guys see the closeout on Jeremy Grant where he just pointed at his feet that were like almost out of bounds instead of contesting the shot?
He's a clown. Dude.
It's awesome. Clown. So awesome.
I kind of want to, before we get into the bad teams, I really want to talk about the T-Wolves and the Thunder. I got to watch that game last night, and like both those teams, we'll start with the T-Wolves, look really good. T-Wolves have top 5 defense, top 5 in blocks. I hate Rudy Gobert, but I think it's really working. He was playing really good last night. Obviously, Edwards is playing well. You got some good pieces with Conley, Kyle Anderson. Like, I think this is a legit team. I'm purposely leaving Cat out of that because I think they could trade away Cat for pieces and probably get better. But I think they're finally getting this defensive identity to work that they tried when they brought in Rudy Gobert.
Yeah. Just keep letting Ant. Dude, Ant is. He's going to be going for an MVP next year, I think. He's going to be in that Tatum Luka like tier. Dude, it's insane.
He's good.
It's crazy to think that like Gobert is better than Cat. Like night and day on the floor. Like Gobert.
Could you imagine if you put them together as one person? Cat's offense, Gobert's defense.
Gosh. Crazy.
Be crazy.
Dude, Gobert was low key giving Chet some fits last night.
Yeah.
That's not a good matchup for Chet, but Chet's been dominating. So
he had a rough game. He was like 6 of 20 last game, and you're right. Like I think you guys saw the clip on House Highlights of Gobert was switching off. He was on Chet, then he was on whoever had the ball, then back to Chet, and Chet just threw up like he looked uncomfortable, which is that's why you bring in Rudy Gobert, obviously.
You guys want to hear a cool stat about the T-Wolves?
Yeah.
3 of their top 4 scorers on their team are all centers.
What? Naz Reid? Is that the other one?
Naz Reid, baby.
That's awesome.
Dude, Naz Reid is such a. If Naz Reid was on any other team, he'd be like glorified. I mean, he is glorified, but like, oh, man, dude is such a baller. He's averaging 12 points in 21 minutes. Wow. It's crazy. As the third stringer, come on. It's nuts.
Yeah, they got a great bench. I wasn't able to find the stat, but I bet they're leading the league in some sort of bench category. I really want to switch to the other side of the ball and talk to the Thunder. I hope you guys are okay with that.
Go for it, True.
Took the loss, but like we're gonna leave the glaring headline out of this. We're just gonna talk about Shea has been amazing, playing at an MVP level. Chet officially passed Wemby, as rookie of the year favorite according to Vegas. I know you guys see that link I put in there. Go ahead and click on it because I really want to show their stats are pretty similar, but if you look at their percentages, Chet is just incredibly much more efficient. 53-43 splits. He could have a 50-40-90 season, which not to like pull some LeBron predicting shit like the clown stuff that he does, but Chet actually said that before the year. He's like, I want to go 50-40-90 this year. And he's pretty damn close to doing it if he could sustain this, which easier said than done. Wemby, no shots at Wemby, but he's shooting 43-27 splits. Just want to say, I think Chet has this rookie of the year race locked up, and he's looked good. He's had some trouble with dominant centers. Case in point, Rudy Gobert played well against Embiid, had like 30 against Embiid. Stepping into, he's kind of got some. I don't want to say Kevin Durant shots because that's just gonna clown me. But he like steps into threes really comfortably off the dribble. He's been the real deal, man, and the Thunder defense has been really good, it's kind of like the T-Wolves a little bit. Their defense has been carrying them a lot of times. Jalen Williams looks good. Dort and Casey Wallace look good. I'm hoping that this is sustainable. I think we're kind of like the Kings from last year. I don't know if we'd make it far in the playoffs, but I'm pretty happy with what's going on here.
They're looking good. If they can all stay on the court for multiple reasons, then they can actually put a good team together and have a great season.
We got to address it, man. Josh Giddey, bro, you're an NBA player. You're doing that. Grow up. Grow up and find somebody that's grown up. Jesus Christ. Makes me sick.
Yeah, Karl Malone reincarnated in the NBA. It's tough.
One thing about Wemby I want to talk about. Spurs are they're using him way too much. Like, other teams know Wemby's getting the ball and Wemby's the only attacker. Spurs really stink. And, Wemby's not thrown into a situation where he has a guy like Shea, a guy like J-Dub, some other players on the team that could play. It's tough when you're the only man out there. Yeah, so he's kind of playing by himself. But I think Wemby's going to end up being okay. It's tough. Tough adjustment.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. It's just Chad's got an extra year experience in the NBA. So
yeah,
same thing we had a couple years ago. Bad teams real quickly. I don't need to talk too much about how bad these teams suck, but the Pistons have 2 wins.
They've lost 15 in a row.
It is so bad.
Monty Williams coming into this team that's got talent. Like, we can't say Cade Cunningham. Isn't he have the worst shooting percentage for these amount of points? Or his efficiency's terrible.
Oh yeah, his PER. I have another stat for you guys, kind of about the Pistons too. Killian Hayes, for the amount of games he's played, which is 160 something, maybe more, has the worst win shares total ever at minus 0.6.
And Monty Williams is starting him over Jaden Ivey. Disgusting work.
I'm telling you, man. I think Jaden Ivey fucked Monty Williams' wife or something, because I don't know why he's not starting and playing a lot.
I know
some talent on that team, dude. The Thompson brothers looking good.
Asar.
I didn't want to butcher it. I'm really careful now about butchering names on the show. They're I saw this a week ago. It's probably still true, but they've won 8 games. Something they've gone 8-34 since trading away Sadiq Bey. Just for us Nova people out there.
I think it's higher than that now.
In the losses?
Because they're on a 15-game bender. Crazy. And they just got beat by the Wizards I think 2 days ago. What a shit game that is.
Yeah. We'll talk about the Bulls a little bit.
Yeah. Is Zach LaVine gone? Will he be traded this season?
Everybody's gone. They got to trade DeMar too. Free him.
It sucks about Lonzo. I think a lot of it has to do with that he's not there.
I agree.
Yeah.
It sucks.
His playmaking when he's healthy.
His
Top
defense
10
too.
point guard, bro. He's
LaVine-
best defensive point guard.
LaVine, DeRozan, and Vucevic just don't play defense, and I think that's why they needed Lonzo there.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I'm curious to see who goes out and get LaVine. Like, where does LaVine end up? Like,
The thing is,
Liam's
LaVine's
probably
like,
all excited about DeMar DeRozan. Maybe DeMar DeRozan goes to the Mavs.
LaVine is like, he's known as a scorer, but his splits recently, I think this year and last year, like he hasn't been very efficient. I think he's kind of become a little overrated because he like dunks the ball and like has some cool, clutch moments, but like pretty subpar percentages. I don't know if they get a lot back for him.
Shooting 34% on 7 threes a game. That's not very good.
What is his field goal percentage?
44.
It's like not great for a scorer, for someone we're going to label as a scorer.
No. It's not.
You got to get Caruso out of there.
I saw Lakers are interested in getting a little Caruso reunion happening, but also getting DeMar DeRozan. I don't
I'd
know
be a
how
fan
that
of
would work. I mean, why not?
I
Have
think
some fun.
Reeves, I know you like Reeves a lot, Liam. I think he's incredibly overrated, and it's
Oh,
it's
yeah.
time to get off him. I know he's your guy.
100%. I'll tell you though, no team's taking him. He's stuck on the Lakers with that bag they just gave him.
He's
I don't
such a
know.
defensive liability.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the hype that he got in the playoffs was he's just not matching that production anymore.
Dude, it's all about the whistle, man. People get a good whistle, they're going to be better. But doesn't have it this year. Where would you guys like to see DeMar or LaVine go?
Great question.
I feel like DeMar DeRozan could give like some veteran stability to the Magic if he went there.
Wow.
Dude. Yeah. Think of that forward. I mean, they play positionless basketball, but DeMar, Paolo, and Franz.
Yeah, I think it would just give some like veteran, been there, done that presence to that team.
That would get sick.
Would DeMar to the Heat be too much?
LaVine to
Jimmy
the
and
Heat would
DeMar?
be more exciting, I feel like.
LaVine to me would be very exciting.
LaVine to the Heat would be nice.
Could you throw DeMar at the 3 for the Cavs? Run Garland, Mitchell, DeMar.
That's just you would
too
get
much?
cooked on defense.
Yeah, that's actually so true. Yeah.
0 perimeter defense there.
Cavs?
We don't
No?
need him. We just need a defender.
I saw the Alex Caruso and LaVine to the Laker rumors earlier this season.
Yeah.
But it seemed
Dude,
like that'd be
The
a lot
Lakers
more
could
to
use
get that done.
anybody. I think the Lakers are delusional. I know they've been kind of good recently. Well, not the other day. Which you guys want to hear a fun fact about LeBron's career? Did you guys see it?
TMJ?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Did you see that, Rank?
What now?
So the worst loss of LeBron's career, which was the other day, 44 points. When it happened, he
38 years old and 333
Correct.
days.
and
Same with MJ.
and it's the exact same with Michael Jordan. 44 points was his worst loss of his career, and it took place when he was 38 years old and 333. Fuck, I fucked it up. Whatever Liam said, duplicate it.
That's kind of crazy.
It's weird. It's really weird.
Why doesn't Zach LaVine go to the Suns and just complete the super team?
I was gonna say you should go to the Clippers. How funny would that be?
If Zach LaVine went to the Suns, oh my god, I might stop watching basketball. Even though they wouldn't win it, I would just be so upset.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's not a lot of good teams, like good fits for these guys.
The
No.
Knicks may be thrown around, but I hope the Knicks don't. The Knicks don't package Jay Levine. They have enough stuff to go get a better player than Levine.
Maybe the Pacers, like I don't know, like Halliburton doesn't really have a running mate right now. I don't know. These are just guys that can't play defense and are inefficient scorers. Like, kind of no place for them in the league anymore.
Some team will overpay for them, guaranteed. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens around that time of year. Any other NBA stuff you want to talk about? I think we've talked about most of this stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I do.
No. Yeah.
Sorry.
Let Truett go on.
Did-
No, Truett, say what you got to say, buddy.
I'm gonna make this short and sweet. I got to go on. We haven't had a rant in a while on the show. And I just want to come forward and say I'm a biased individual. I do not like Draymond Green. I'm a Thunder fan and a LeBron meat writer. I do not like Draymond Green, but I admit it and I try to justify my points, and that's what I'm going to try and do here. I would like to bring your attention to the game last night. Instances. There was one. I just want to also say the Warriors were up 20 plus at halftime and blew it in the third and fourth quarter. Sometime in the third quarter, Draymond Green was attempting to grab the ball from Trey Lyles, who was wrestling. You know, when you have the ball like this and you're trying to establish your space, you know, rotating and everything. Draymond Green, other defender next to him. Yes, there is contact that is definitely made to his torso area from Trey Lyles' elbow, but it was 100% not his head. Draymond Green, you know, goes back. There's a little delay, an objective delay. You know, it goes back, pretends like his head is hit. He's writhing on the floor with the no call. I do want to bring to notice that Steve Kerr is imploring him, please get back on defense. You can see it on the bench. He's screaming at Draymond, please get back on defense. You know, it's a very important game. The point differential did matter for this, so it's a very important game. I think they were up by like 10, so they need to win by 12. Dead ball. Draymond is clearly a little feathers ruffled. They come back down on defense again, and there is a foul call that Draymond and other Warrior players believe should have been a carry, and Draymond is doing this motion. I'm not even going to say obnoxiously. I didn't think it was obnoxiously, but you have the the flop that was not called technical, which they're doing now. Plus, I hate to say it, but Draymond, you have earned this reputation. Every ref is inherently biased. You are Draymond Green. No one's going to say that, you know, this reputation was forced upon you or you don't deserve it. Let's be honest, Draymond, you have earned this reputation, right? Gets a technical foul, and he's frustrated. Next play, Kings inbound the ball. Draymond takes an aggressive foul, starts barking at the refs. It's to the point where Steve Kerr needs to pull Draymond off the floor because he's clearly frustrated and he can't handle his emotions. Draymond is now sitting for a good majority of the game, for the rest of the game, comes back in. I'm not going to sit here and say that I think that his emotions was what led to kind of the game-losing turnover because Malik Monk came back and scored the game-winning shot. But it could have been, you know, when you're not in the right headspace, things happen. Now, the reason I'm bringing all this up is because I think the Warriors are at the point where they don't have the roster they had, obviously, during their dynasty. They don't have the roster they had in 2022. Klay Thompson is not the same player he was from an efficiency perspective, a scoring perspective, and definitely because of, you know, the Achilles ACL from a defensive perspective. That being said, I think this Warriors team is not good enough to survive Draymond's antics, because Draymond's antics, you know, through his entire career, this is what he does, and it's led to winning. It didn't matter because it has led to winning. You know, during the dynasty, you have a handful of instances where Draymond's emotions, you know, become part of the play on the court, and it doesn't matter because Draymond's producing at a high level, and the rest of the roster is built in a way that can deal with that and overcome that. But this roster, I just don't think is built to overcome that. And when Steve Kerr has to pull you off the floor because you clearly, you know, can't handle your emotions. And I'm not saying I don't like players that play with emotion. Like, I'm a Russell Westbrook fan. He all the time makes bad plays because he's playing with his emotions and he's frustrated. But I'm just saying I don't know if this Warriors team is prepared. And I want to bring up a quick example before I end this, not to bring in one bias with another, but this is just what I'm familiar with. You know, you look at the Seahawks Legion of Boom, you have personalities like Richard Sherman, who was very outspoken and very polarizing and did all this stuff the media didn't like, but it was a damn good team, so it was okay. When the team's not as good, they're getting older, they release a lot of these outspoken personalities because they just can't get over the hump enduring that. Now, all this is to say, I don't know if there needs to be any changes made, but I think this is getting to the point where it's not going to lead to winning basketball anymore. That's all I have.
At this point in his career, yeah, you're right, Trent. The Warriors aren't winning the championship. They're not doing these things. But they've also reached the point that a lot of other players in NBA history have reached, that they've done so much for this city and so much for this team that you just can't get rid of them. Like, if they want to stay there, and as long as, because Steph's the leader of all this stuff. If Steph wants Draymond still on that team, Draymond's going to stay on that team.
100%.
And that's just how it's going to be.
Draymond is also a 100% Hall of Famer. Just want to say that.
I want to say one thing, too. Draymond always complains about this reputation that he has. You look at what he does in the game, screaming at the refs after every questionable play. Dude should be thrown out of. If it was any other player, his antics would get him thrown out of games. He doesn't get thrown out of games because he is Draymond Green. And when he does, it's because he's done something so egregious, like put someone in a WWE chokehold. Dude is such a clown. 4-time champion doing all this, man. Just grow up.
An objective Hall of Famer, though. I'm not trying to take that away from him.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Also, quite literally the luckiest player of all time.
No comment.
No comment.
I'll take that as a, yeah, I like that.
Should we move on to Villanova?
One more thing. One more thing. Dude can easily name off all the people drafted above him, but let me tell you, he gets drafted to any other team above him, we don't know who he is. Frank, you got anything for that?
We'll never know. There's plenty of players like that in history.
We'll never know. I guess we'll never know.
But Liam, also, do they win those NBA titles? Draymond on that team?
No. You need a Steph Curry protector. However, Draymond's a lot more replaceable than anyone else on that team was. You tell Patrick Beverley to go out and do what Draymond does, he'd do it.
I don't think so. I think Draymond's passing back in the day. Back in the day, when he was in his prime.
I'm just talking in terms of dog, like guy that just will go out there and kick someone in the nuts for the fuck of it. Why not?
Yeah.
Villanova basketball.
I got one more thing before, unless you guys want to move on to something else. But I just want to say one thing about the NBA. My mental health relies solely on Derek Lively.
Shouldn't be laughing.
He's our only he is the glue to our team, and he is a 19-year-old, and it's just so sad.
Gotta watch out, bro. We got some giddy level behavior here.
This is what the Mavs have come to, relying on our 19-year-old center to keep us afloat. Sad. It's just sad. That's all I got.
Villanova basketball.
Still third in the West, though.
Villanova basketball had a great last week in the Bahamas. Won a tournament, played 3 tough games that we won all 3. But then we came back and lost St. Joe's today. We cannot play Philly teams.
It's a Big Five, man. Terrible, the Big Five. Are we dead last in the Big Five? Like little conference?
Did you guys hear what they brought up today? That very notably St. Joe's and Penn play zone against us, and we had struggled against both of them.
Yeah.
We played better against the zone in the tournament. We just need Justin Moore or something like that, or Burn needs to get in that center of the zone and disrupt it.
Need someone running foul line.
And Jermaine used to be so good with that. Jeremiah used to be so good with that.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Jeremiah was so good with that.
Putting Bamba there would also be electric because he's got the height there. We just need somebody to go in there that's not Eric Dixon or Lasware.
Yeah, dude. Poor Dixon, man. His back's got to be hurting. His back must be hurting. Do you guys see he had a Michael Porter Jr. type of game? Highest game in college basketball this season. Most points without an assist, 34, Eric Dixon.
That's wild.
Awesome. Awesome. And we
Don't
beat
blame him.
UNC. We own them.
We do own that school. Anything else, Rank?
I'm not too concerned. I think they're gonna it's the Big Five. Chalk up to that, and let's see how they do against. They got some big games coming up. We got Kansas State. We got UCLA. We'll see how they do there.
St. Joe's can ball though. We're hitting some fucking shots.
They went to overtime against Kentucky. They're a good team.
I still think we're sneaky Big East winners, sneaky tournament team.
Yeah. As long as we don't play Syracuse.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like to play Marquette either, to be honest.
On the women's side, team's been doing, it's tough without Maddie Siegrist, one of the best college basketball players ever. But they found a new person that's really stepped up. Shout out Lucy Olson, 40 bomb versus Temple. Been playing great. Yeah.
You know what about that game? I didn't watch that game, but I heard someone tell me that she was 6 points away from breaking the record for most points in a game by a women's player, and there was like 6 minutes left in the game, and they took her out. I'd be kind of heated.
It's classic.
Kind of heated.
That's why we're Villanova.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Do you want to talk about Shohei real quick, Liam? And then we can use some hoops creativity. I don't think there's much MLB news. Big thing is Luis Severino signed with the Mets.
Yeah. Severino signed with the Mets, and Mets killer Joey Wendell signed with the Mets.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's great. And Shohei will be signing shortly. And then after that, Yamamoto. Welcome to New York.
And Juan Soto.
Wrong New York team, guys.
Yep.
Lucy Olson's averaging 23 a game. I just want to on 50-45 splits. That's crazy. Took me a while to pull it up. I'm not gonna lie, but
that's insane.
What? So, just Rank, what Shohei news were you referring to?
I just wrote. I don't know.
Somebody put Shohei on the
was that you?
rundown thing?
Yeah, that was me. I just wrote Shohei just to write it.
So I'm gonna ask this question again on the show. So just walk me through how the MLB offseason works, because I'm just a bit confused, because I feel like in other sports, like as soon as the window opens, people are like, deals are flying. Like, do they just take it slower?
It's a wait and see approach, because teams start filling up and they're like, oh my god, dude, desperate. And like, you don't want to be first because the first person sets the market, because there's no cap. Like other sports, there's cap, stuff like that. So you have like a limit. But in this situation, the first guy sets the market and the next guy just builds off what the next guy did. So like, you don't want to be first.
That's why I thought the Severino deal was really good, because we're playing 13 mil for a guy that could be like potential all-star.
Yeah.
He's just been hurt.
And I think, especially this year, true, I think everybody's waiting, kind of like how the LeBron off seasons happened in the NBA. I think everybody's waiting for like Shohei to decide where he goes, and then things will go from there. Yeah,
the market's going to be based off him, for sure.
First domino happens. You think Yamamoto could happen before Shohei?
Yeah. Maybe.
Possibly. Who knows?
That would be sick when they both signed.
Okay. All right. Let's get this hoop grid going.
I got to order my jersey.
Okay.
How hard does hoop grid say?
Can you guys see this? We're looking at Bulls stats right now.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. We got Pistons, Celtics, free throw under.
All right.
Just gonna try this real quick. Keith Bogans. I made a fake Instagram account for him. Don't come after me. Oh. That's a banger.
Right, let's get the Celtics done. Celtics, Pistons. I got Aaron Baines right now. Unless you think of somebody better.
Yeah. No, Baines is great. We're gonna try Luigi Ditome, legend. I watched this man miss 2 free throws in a row against the Bucks. God, we were cheering against him.
What the hell?
Yeah, Luigi Ditome.
Five.
I don't think he played for any other team or any other season. I think it was just that one. OJ Mayo dropped like 34 points against the Celtics.
I've never seen that color of like player.
Oh my god, what did I miss?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
2 back-to-back bangers.
5+ rebounds. I got Cedric Maxwell. Unless you got any better.
Yeah, true. I watched Luigi Ditome play. Oh, gorgeous. And he missed 2 free
Wow.
throws against the Bucks, so that's why I tried it. I didn't know he went by Gigi. I really thought it was Luigi. And then Keith Bogans, I don't know if I told you this, I made a fake Instagram account impersonating him. And
Yeah. That's
yeah,
crazy.
we almost got a
You're
sponsorship
nuts. You're nuts for that.
for him. Didn't you do something similar?
No, it doesn't matter. It was Bilal Powell. Doesn't matter. The running back for the Jets back in the day.
I remember that. Dude, he's kind of tough. Yeah. Pistons, Bulls. There's got to be some overlap here. Corey
Nazir
Joseph.
Muhammad.
Wow.
How do you spell? Is it Mo? Oh, there we go. Mohand.
Nice. Wearing his
Good
Thunder
looking
jersey.
guy.
What?
Andre Drummond, teammate, played on the Pistons. Oh, we could dig deep. We could dig deep for here.
He played for the
Like
Pistons.
like a Langston Galloway, you know?
Oh yeah, I like that.
One of those bad boys.
I like that a lot. Nice, Troy.
I wanted to be a diamond though.
This would be cool if we could put Andre Drummond here. Or here. We could put Andre Drummond in a lot of spots. Bulls 5 plus
plus
boards.
rebounds.
We got to think of someone just random. Who was that? Did you think a Sheik averaged?
Omer?
Yeah. Try it.
Oh, you know who was on that? Oh, nice.
Bang! Bang! Dude, this hoop screen is absolutely. We're gonna have to post this. This is insane. Look at dude's eyes all over the place.
That's a great shout right there.
I know we can get someone nuts for this. Did he ever play with Quincy AC?
He might have. They're on Quincy AC.
What about shoot? Did he play with?
Was he ever teammates with Dennis Smith Jr.?
Andre
Wasn't he on the
Drummond?
Pistons? Wasn't he on the Pistons at one point? Or
I don't.
might be different timelines. Damn. Kyle Singler, did he get 5 rebounds a game?
Kyle Singler,
dude, Thunder legend, bro.
God, no.
Dude, that guy was getting clutch minutes on the Westbrook MVP playoff team.
That's
so clutch time
Did
minutes.
Drummond ever play with Tyson Chandler?
I have no idea. Dude, imagine a prime. Imagine a prime Andre Drummond with a prime Hassan Whiteside. Just board getters. Would
Greg Monroe be too obvious? Weren't they wasn't one of them the backup?
Oh
together?
Yeah. They were the prototypical twin
try
towers.
Monroe for free throw percentage first.
Who?
Yeah, I like that.
Who?
True said Monroe.
Oh yeah, Greg. Oh,
what?
No, we got to get a new one for this
Get
before
him out of
we
there.
move on. We got to get a new one. There's got to be someone like.
Did Josh Smith play with Drummond?
Oh wow.
Josh Smith was electric. Jason Smith. Okay, that's better. I think we could do better than that.
Yeah. I have one for the other one, but I don't want you to put it in because I don't want it to complete. I was thinking
What is it?
The brief time that Avery Bradley was on the Pistons. Or maybe Marcus Morris. That was a brief time too.
Just think of some bum that played with Andre Drummond.
I'm trying to think of Pistons days. Like, what point guards back in the Pistons days?
Reggie.
I feel like we gotta look for backup centers or something if we're gonna do under 50%.
Brandon Knight.
Those are good shouts.
Did he play with Wilson Chandler? I don't know. I have no idea.
Did Kwame Brown be low?
Wow.
Kwame Brown. He played with him? I mean, he could go here. Did he play with Andre Drummond?
He might have. I don't know how old is Andre Drummond, because like that was 2012.
Yeah, I'm not actually. That's a great shout.
Yeah.
Right. Oops.
What?
It is
Wait.
2012.
Try it.
Who was on that Lakers team? That Andre Drummond was on? Yeah. There's got to be some bum.
Like a Wayne Allen. Well, he played with him twice actually.
Wayno. Was Wayne a
Marcus Saul was on that team too. Ew.
Do you think he shot under?
He was a shooting center. Strappy guy.
Ed Davis.
Davis.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh,
I like that.
legend.
Oh, damn it.
That was a good shot.
Montrezl Harrell might have been on that team too.
Was he just cacking free throws? We need someone that was just a brick up there, just like stinking it up. Just to try it.
I don't think Dwight Howard was on that team. That's crazy that you would try that.
I can't think of anybody else.
Had to have had some backup centers in his days.
Plumlee.
I feel like Plumlee could probably stroke it kind of
No,
decently.
dude, because didn't he have to shoot? He had to switch to left hand. Oh, Miles, Marshall, Gary, Clark, Lump Dog. What about like Patrick? Did he play with Mr. McCaw at all? I wonder if these two ever teamed up. Old Zone 6.
Oh my
Shout out
god,
Sheldon.
dude! No,
Man.
he can't fit in every hoop screen, man.
He can and he will. I don't know if he could in this
Did
one.
Ben Simmons ever have a bad season? Because weren't they together?
I feel like that would be high. Ben
What
Shepherd.
what about Dwight Howard?
To what?
Dwight Howard on that. No, I guess he wasn't on that Lakers team.
Who was on that Lakers team? Where he was just like
Harrell and Gasol and Drummond and Anthony.
Rondo. Was Rondo on that or no?
Claxton?
Who?
Claxton on the Nets when Drummond was on the Nets.
Dude, I forgot Drummond was on the Nets.
Oh, I was higher for Josh back. Well, who was on the Nets team? Dudley? Was Dudley on that team or no?
He might have been.
There's no way he was shooting under 50.
Dude, I don't know. He was airballing 3.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Talk to me, Truitt.
I take it.
Kwame Brown.
Who?
Yeah, throw in Kwame.
Kwame Brown. Charlie Brown Jr. Okay, we got to think of a random for this. Dudley probably would have went well here too.
Is KCP too random? I don't even know if he averaged 5 boards.
We got to be sure of this, boys. This is a banger. This is
No,
a banger.
Marcus Morris. I'm pretty sure Marcus Morris would have done it. I don't know if people know that they played together with the Pistons. It was a while ago.
Markieff Morris. It's Markieff, I think.
Is it Markieff? No, but he was in the trade with Avery Bradley to the Celtics. It was a swap.
Okay. We're going to think about this before submitting. Who are we going with, fellas?
I like Markieff Morris.
Are we okay with that?
Nice. Wow. Wow. Good
Dude,
call,
that's
Rank.
got to be the best hoops grid we've done.
You gotta tweet this out, Liam.
Yeah, this is getting tweeted for sure. Good stuff. And you guys were here to witness it. To those who are watching, you're welcome.
This
Use
is the
promo
round
code
one.
HoopsGrid next time you go to
Yeah. Use promo code MAC when you're checking out. Zone 6. Use promo code Zone 6.
where are they checking out?
I don't know, bro.
Anywhere. Just anywhere
Use
you want to go.
promo code Zone 6. We got some birthdays to finish it off. We got a
Some
bunch.
fucking birthdays.
Going over to baseball. Dean Dietz, happy birthday to you. MJ Melendez, happy birthday to you. Pedro Martinez,
Ooh.
go. Happy birthday to you. And best closer of all time, Mr. Mariano Rivera. Happy birthday to you. As well as Mets legend Howard Johnson, Hojo. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, Joe. Nice.
Mr. Johnson. And moving over to the NBA, the association, Nick Richards turns 26 today. Julius Randle turns 29. Happy birthday to you, Julius. Lakers legend Shannon Brown turns 38. Jamal Mashburn, 51. That's
Nice.
awesome. That's all we got for that. Rashad Bateman turns 24 today, guys. Happy
Wow.
birthday to him.
Bateman.
Yeah, the Bateman. Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is 30 years old. That's awesome.
Probably wishing for his birthday he could get a new
Good for
team.
him. Yeah. Sheldon Richardson turns 33. And Truitt, one of your favorite players of all time, Mr. Russell Wilson. Happy birthday.
Oh, come on.
Let's see. What else do we have?
How old is he? Is he 30s?
35, it says.
Wow.
Honestly, I thought it was going to be a little higher. No way this is this guy's name. He turns 87 today. Mr. Opie Bandy. Happy birthday. That can't be right. How is someone named that? That's crazy. Hockey, I don't know anyone. Soccer, there's always a legend. Oh, I can't pronounce that. This is it's the same guy. He's just on here twice. Or Baruch. O-R. Or.
That's his name? What are we in fucking Minecraft? Or
Baruch. And moving over to Lax, of course, we don't know anyone here. That's all we got for birthdays, fellas.
nice. Before we wrap up, did you guys see? This is just a funny moment. So, like after basketball games and football games, like the coaches, meet in the middle, shake hands. It's not a rule; they just do it. Did you see what happened with the Coach Holloway of Seton Hall and the Wagner coach? Did you see what happened there?
Yeah.
Right, you saw it where I don't. You could probably describe better than me. He like rips his hand or something.
Shaheem Holloway and the Wagner coach got into some argument about something the Wagner coach said, I think, and like Shaheem Holloway pushed him away and got in a whole fight.
At the handshake at the end, he like grabbed
tough.
because they were shaking hands while they're arguing, and he just like throws it like that, like get out of here.
Yeah. Us Holloways don't take any disrespect.
There was
Love
a full
that.
fight in the Province game. Province guy like couple games ago, Province guy like elbow like fully like turned around and just clocked the guy with his forearm.
Was it deserved?
Yeah, kind of.
Nice.
All right, gentlemen. 2 hours long episode, but we had a lot to talk about. So, as always, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the post notifications. We're gonna be back here next Wednesday, most likely. Get your popcorn, get your snack, get ready for a nice hour, 2 hours of some fun in the locker room. You're gonna wish you could get out of the locker room, but you can't. You're gonna be here the whole time. So, as always, John Rankin, Liam Holloway, True Carster. Have some fun in the locker room. We'll see you next time.
That was a
That's my bad. That's my bad, dude.
greedy fucking ending, bro.